Letting go of items that have been part of your home for years can feel surprisingly emotional. Many people discover that decluttering is less about organizing objects and more about managing the feelings connected to them. A home filled with belongings that no longer serve a purpose can create stress and reduce your sense of clarity, yet the thought of parting with those items can bring up guilt, hesitation, or worry. Learning how to release possessions with confidence can transform not only your living space, but also your overall sense of calm. With a thoughtful approach, you can create an environment that feels open, welcoming, and genuinely supportive of your lifestyle. Understanding the emotional weight of clutter often represents more than physical objects. It can symbolize memories, aspirations, or periods of life that feel important to honor. When deciding what to part with, guilt tends to appear in several forms. You might feel guilty because someone gifted you an item, because you once invested money in it, or because it reminds you of a time you do not wish to forget. Recognizing this emotional layer is the first step toward releasing items with compassion rather than frustration. A helpful mindset shift is to view each item as something that served a purpose at a particular moment. It offered value, comfort, or inspiration during a certain stage of your life. Once that purpose has been fulfilled, you can let it go with gratitude. This perspective removes pressure and allows you to appreciate what the item provided without needing to keep it indefinitely. Creating a decluttering plan that feels supportive. A structured approach makes it easier to declutter without feeling overwhelmed. Instead of trying to tackle your entire home at once, choose one small area and set achievable goals. This might be a drawer, a single shelf, or a small section of a closet. Working in manageable segments gives you quick wins and builds momentum. You can also categorize items in ways that feel less intimidating. For example, separate belongings into clear groups such as keep, donate, recycle, or sell. When you allow yourself time to reflect on each item, the decision-making process becomes more intentional. The key is to move slowly enough to honor your emotions but steadily enough to maintain progress. If the idea of letting go still feels difficult, remind yourself that decluttering is not about discarding memories. You are simply making space for a home that reflects who you are today. Take photos of sentimental items if that helps you release them. Share belongings with people or organizations that can put them to good use. When an item finds a new purpose, it becomes easier to part with it. Choosing the right path for items you no longer need. Once you have sorted items you are ready to release, it helps to know where they can go next. Many charitable organizations accept everything from clothing and books to household goods. Passing items along to a cause that matters to you can replace guilt with a sense of contribution. Friends or family might appreciate select pieces, but only offer items if you are certain they truly want them. The goal is to avoid shifting clutter from one place to another. Some belongings may also hold value for collectors or hobbyists. For instance, if you are sorting through childhood memorabilia or older belongings, you might wonder where to sell vintage toys or other unique items of interest. Exploring reputable platforms that specialize in resale can provide both financial return and the satisfaction of extending the life of an item in a meaningful way. Recycling is another responsible option for items that are no longer usable. Many municipalities offer programs for electronics, textiles, or other materials. By ensuring your belongings are handled thoughtfully, you reinforce a positive cycle of mindful ownership. Sustaining a decluttered home through new habits. After putting significant energy into creating a more open and peaceful space, you can maintain the results by adopting simple habits. One helpful strategy is the one in, one out method. When something new comes into your home, choose one item to release. This prevents accumulation and encourages mindful purchasing. Another effective habit is to schedule regular mini resets. Spend a few minutes each week clearing surfaces, returning items to their proper places, or reviewing one small storage area. These brief sessions prevent clutter from building up and keep your home feeling refreshed. Mindfulness also plays a role. Becoming aware of what you truly need and use helps you avoid acquiring items out of impulse or emotional attachment. Over time, you will develop stronger clarity about what adds value to your life and what does not. Conclusion: decluttering your home without guilt is a thoughtful and empowering process. When you approach it with patience, emotional awareness, and practical strategies, you create a living environment that supports your well-being. Each step you take to release items that no longer serve you opens the door to greater clarity and comfort. The art of letting go becomes easier with practice, and the rewards reach far beyond a tidy space. Read more on hogdigest.com.